Cause I smell some weed. Someone is smoking. Someone is smoking. All right.
Yeah. Best buds and beyond. Tune in, y'all know the vibes. Let's get high. Yeah. Indica sativa. Give me either. Half a pound is a teaser. I need reefer. I got a high tolerance. We smoking on llama piss. We be smoking all kind of shit, not just designer shit. Certain runts, all that gelato shit. I need just enough grabber. Crinkle my paper. Blow strip of Fonto. Break the bud down. It hit like the lotto. Yeah, all we do is get money. Smoke like 8 days, 420. Yeah, bring the edibles too. The hoes love them, preferably the gummies. We get high, and they know we don't hide it. No more, it is legal. Where I'm from, let's smoke and get high.
Happy Mother's Day.
To all the mothers out there, you know
Happy
what I'm saying?
420.
Definitely, we're a little bit late on that, but it's always 420
No, you're very late.
But anyway,
You're smoking a lot of weed. That's why you ain't get the 420 video out.
We ain't gonna get into that. We ain't even gonna go
Happy Mother's Day, though. You know,
Yeah,
shout out to all the mothers that hold it down. You know,
we got a lot to talk about.
Smoking that good weed right now.
Yeah, it's fairly good. I ain't gonna.
Kids is running around. They gotta smoke that Zog.
We definitely gonna talk about that later on in the video. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that bother me with that subject, with the kids and the marijuana. But like I said, we're back. Best buds and beyond.
It bothers you that kids and marijuana. When did you start smoking?
When I was.
Yeah, when you was a kid. Go ahead, say it.
When I was younger.
Yeah, when you was a kid.
But
let's keep it real with the audience.
We're gonna keep it real. I have no problem with kids
indulging.
Kids that are coming of age. Let's say
you was coming of age?
Yeah, I was about 15, 16.
They're still a kid.
Yeah, granted. But at least I was somewhat old enough to understand.
Yo, you're not gonna get in trouble, bro. It's all right. You grown now, man. You was a kid smoking weed.
Facts. There's backlash to that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to advertise kids using drugs. YouTube is, you know what I mean, very stringent on their policies.
I'm talking about your story.
Facts.
I'm not promoting out there for them. The kids, that's why I said Happy Mother's Day. The real mothers gonna hold it down.
And make sure their kids don't do.
No, they make sure their kids do it at an age when it is proper, you know?
Anyway, so let's just jump into the story, man. Look, we've been talking about the smoke shops, how about business is booming in New York City. We've been talking about the crime that comes along with it. We've been talking about what the NYPD has been doing to combat that. And we here now, we're going to talk about it. There's a lot of stuff going on. We also going to talk about we always do our segment with the MTA Chronicles. We got some stuff to talk about that in there as well.
Well, let's start talking about it.
First, before we do that, y'all go subscribe, follow us, and, share our video, our content, whatever it is. Leave a comment on the bottom. And
shout out to everybody that leaving comments. Yeah, definitely, we love the positive and the negative feedback. It doesn't matter. Just feedback is good. Give us motivation to work harder. You know what I'm saying? And eventually we're going to change this studio up because the production has to get upgraded.
Oh, you got money.
We gonna get the bag.
All right, cool. So anyway, right? So we gonna talk about how these smoke shops now, right? Let's go to the video, man. Let's
play the video. We talk about the smoke shops and the legalization on the state level, but not yet the federal level.
And that's the problem. So we're gonna go into
first states to legalize cannabis, Colorado and Washington, did not really take equity of the marketplace into account. And so we saw after that, the next kind of generation of states change their approach.
The first licensed dispensary for recreational marijuana in New York is right behind me. It's run by Housing Works, a nonprofit that provides housing and healthcare to those living with HIV and AIDS. Since it opened, a few more have followed. But in New York City, it still seems that the unlicensed stores are outpacing the licensed dispensaries.
That's a fact.
Right now, I think officials have calculated conservatively that there are 1,400 unlicensed shops in the 5 boroughs. I think that number is probably quite a bit higher.
Those unlicensed
Definitely
shops
higher.
grew rapidly across New York City after legalization.
The COVID-19 pandemic really.
I'm telling man.
We don't know the numbers. I haven't
Yo,
been
man.
everywhere in the 5 boroughs. Like, the numbers is high, or do they?
Yo, you don't see these stores all over the place?
I don't know.
Now, before we go any further, these unlicensed shops conveniently provide a product consumers want, but they can also present an array of issues. For example, those shops don't follow New York State packaging laws, and some of their products contain images that are widely familiar to kids.
Right?
Take a look at these 2 illegally sold packages compared with the legal one. The illegal packages feature bright colors, cartoon characters, they mimic popular candy, and contain no specific testing or dosage information. All illegal under New York State law.
Okay, let's pause it there,
Are you
right?
concerned about that?
Yeah, I'm concerned about
The
it.
packaging?
Of course. Hold on, man. I don't have my audio. Where's my mic, man? Let me pause the video real quick. Where's my mic, man? Because I want people to hear this.
They hear you.
Mm-hmm.
But let them know.
My whole thing is, right? I'm all for all these businesses getting storefronts and selling the product and helping us out, doing whatever they can for the community for us, right? Because let's face it, we smoke weed, we want weed, we need a place to get weed, right? I have no problem with that. Whether you're licensed or unlicensed, I have no problem with that. That's your problem. Y'all gonna be faced with that $200,000 fine if y'all get caught up. You know what I'm saying? So that's y'all business. I'm there to buy weed. I don't care about the politics of it, right? My problem is when you go buy weed at these smoke shops and shit, right? Being that they're unregulated, they're not licensed, they're free to sell to whoever they want, however they want. Like when you go to a store, they have regulations. You can't buy cigarettes till you what? 21, I believe.
You gotta show out.
You get carded, right?
If you look young.
You get carded
But
regardless.
we live in the hood though.
All right, let's go further into that. So now these spots are in the hood, right? So they definitely don't have no damn licensing. Let's keep it 100, right? They went from selling sandwiches and beef patties and chopped cheese and shit like that to selling weed. You don't even see sandwich bars no more in these shits. It's just straight storefront selling weed.
Weed is legal.
Granted, right? But it's not legal for sale if you don't have the proper licensing, right?
Okay.
So now,
So you're saying they gotta have like a liquor license, like
let's just cover all bases. You have to have your licensing,
But what
right?
about the smoke shops?
The smoke shop as well. They have to have their licensing.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. So now, being that they're not licensed or they're not regulated, they're free to sell to whoever they want. That's their business, right? So now my problem is when you have kids, like you see the packaging in the video, you have kids that are coming into these establishments and they're being served, right? So we were saying earlier, kids smoke weed, granted, right? They're going to get it from somewhere, granted. My thing is when you selling a controlled substance such as marijuana, right, to a minor, things could happen.
Is it the marijuana itself or is it the packaging?
It's the marijuana. Fuck what the packaging is, but the packaging allures the kids. It's cool. It looks nice and
How
whatever.
old do you gotta be to consume marijuana?
They say
18.
They say. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna treat it like cigarettes and make
So-
it 21 and over, like alcohol, 21 and over.
Cigarettes is 18.
I believe it's 21. I think you get caught at
Alcohol is 21.
No, voting is what 18, but everything else is 21. You know what I mean?
I
But
see
nonetheless,
these kids with vapes and all that.
they're not supposed to have them. That's why the law is cracking down on them. You understand
So
what I'm
what
saying?
do you think is worse, the vapes or the weed?
I'm not a doctor or physician to sit there and give you
Have
opinion
you,
on that.
Have you consumed vape?
I've tried the vape weed. That's not for me. I don't get high. It's not for me.
But you still smoke weed, right?
Definitely.
It definitely
Matter
had
of
a
fact,
cause and
we're
effect.
talking too much.
It had a
man.
cause and an effect on you.
Yeah, it enlightened me to certain bullshit in life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, like this
but
bullshit.
let's not call it bullshit, because guess what? Y'all kids is out there in these smoke shops. I've witnessed it personally. That's why I'm talking about it. It bothered me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm watching these kids come into these smoke shops by the dozens. You understand? After school, before school, they're sitting in front of smoke shops, rolling up, going. You don't know what your kids are doing once they leave your house.
Hey, I don't see nothing.
You don't see nothing. You want to play a blind eye to, like they said, it takes a village to raise, motherfucker, right?
I agree
guess
with that,
what?
But when you
gotta say something,
when
bro.
you say kids, right?
I'm talking about 14-year-olds. I've seen as young as like 12, maybe, man. In front of smoke shops smoking weed. I have, bro. Yo, we live in the hood. These kids is bad as fuck, bro. Come on, Brownsville, East New York, Flatbush, Brooklyn. Come on. Look, I didn't even go to the Bronx.
I understand all that, but I haven't seen kids that young consuming out of the smoke shop. Maybe smoking, indulging, but actually buying.
I have seen. Look, I'm not gonna name the location, right? But I've been in a location.
Please don't.
I've been in a location where, you know what I'm saying?
Please don't.
I had to, I've witnessed the authorities outside of the location, right?
Okay.
So I go into the location and I say, yo, look, listen, homie, it'd be wise for you to not even let these kids in here because they outside. Okay. And by they, I mean the proper authorities. Right. You understand? Right. They outside. You don't want to do it to yourself, man. So guess what the kids did? The kids got somebody they knew that was older to come cop for them. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, hey, look, they got this. Cool. But I had to say something. I had to intervene. Because if I hadn't intervened, it would have got sold.
Without your message being relayed,
them kids would have got drugged firsthand.
You've seen that before.
Firsthand, I've seen that before. That's why I'm talking about it. And guess what? The reason I'm talking about it, hold up, it's not just because kids have easy access to it, right? These smoke shops also have an effect on the neighborhood, right? And let's be 100 about it. This is just a legal point. Like back in the days, I said this in prior videos we filmed. This is a legal point where, yo, you could run up, put your money on the counter, get what you want, and bounce. No different than back in the 90s, 80s, where you used to go to the black door, the slot opens, like New Jack City type shit. You put your money in, you come out, and you go.
And how old were you then?
Yo, look, mind your business, man. I was 16. I was 16.
The same
14.
age the kid was
right?
In front of the
right? But guess what? That's not a commercial business. That was me going to
because it wasn't legal.
Right? So now guess what? Legal or not, it's not legal for them to sit there and cop it. So therefore, at the end of the day, get it how you get it, young man and young gal. I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and be like, yo, these kids is out here. So I used to do it, like you said. I used to do it, but I got it how I got it. You understand? Now that it's a storefront where, like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, you couldn't go as a kid into the liquor store and cop liquor. You had to have somebody outside go cop that bottle for you. You understand? Just like I explained, I watched the kids say, yo, I told boy don't serve them. So they got dubbed, and guess what? They went outside and had somebody older come in and cop for them. Get it how you get it. I'm not mad at that. What I'm staying on point is, my point is, to these spots, why are y'all sitting here serving kids, bro? And then let's not even sidetrack off it. Let's just segue into the next topic, right? These places have an effect on the neighborhood. These places you could sit there, chill, hang out in front of it, loiter in front of it. Things happen. It's heavy on the news now. It's heavy on the news. Okay. These kids is out here running. Look, let me even pull up the video. You know what I'm saying? It's heavy out here. Like,
I understand that it's heavy, but what I'm saying